Thank you for joining me on another video. This is very exciting for me because I haven't done videos like this in a while and I've been meaning to get back into it. To be honest with you, I've been going through a lot and I just haven't been in the correct mind state to be motivated to do these type of videos. This is going to be part of my tech series where I show you some of the tools and equipment that I use. You already seen the title. This is, in my opinion, one of the best accessory cases or travel kits that you can find. Some of the things that made me gravitate towards was the price, the design, the functionality, and the amount of stuff that you can hold in this case. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. The case that I'm talking about today is the Pro Case Accessory Bag Organizer. Very long name, but I just call it my Pro Case bag. So as you can see, it's a very different design compared to a traditional, like it almost looks like a book, where it's a hardcover case and you can kind of have slots for them. This is a different type of design where it's more like a pouch, where it's tied together by this drawstring in the back. And as you can see, wait, let's do it sideways. It's about four fingers width, 4 fingers tall, and it is pretty thick as of yet. But that is because I do have quite a bit of stuff in here that I'll get into a little bit later. But as you can see, it's still pretty small and compact, right? This is something great because I didn't want a book that maybe was this, you know, this wide, same tall, but around this wide. I didn't want something like that, you know, with the amount of other stuff that I'm going to put in my bag, like my iPad. So this is something great because I can stand it up as so. Like I said, there's a bunch of stuff in here that we'll get into. The material is a pretty nice material. It says it's waterproof. I have yet to test it. Maybe I should have done it before I put all this stuff in it. But like I said, one of the things that really gravitated to me was the design, right? I love the look of it. It's very minimal as far as anything outside of it. Even the string is just one little simple string with one logo. I really like the design of it. The price of it, I got it around $12.99. 13 bucks for this guy. You cannot beat that. Obviously there was other cases around the same price point, even cheaper, maybe a little bit more. They can hold more stuff, but this is a great size for what I use it for now. So yeah, without further ado, let's unpack this guy and see what I got in here. So here you go. Here's the Pro Case. I'll actually use this iPhone 8 Plus as a comparison. So I'm not gonna clean it off, but as you can see, it's not that much wider from the iPhone 8. There's like one and a half. So it's a really good size for the amount of stuff that it holds on here. So that's one of the things that I love about it, right? Because some of the other ones that I've seen would be about this tall, but about this wide, and that's something that I did not like, to almost have like a book in my bag. This is very thin that I can have it standing up. Like I said, pretty good size. So to open it, like I said, there's this drawstring here. Rip that out, and then you unfold it like so. So look at that. Look at, like I said, almost every slot it's being used, besides some of these cable organizers over here. Let's start from the right. You got two little mini zippers over here. The first cable that I have in here is a really cool cable. I call it my do-it-all cable, right? I got this from what's his face, but it's a really good cable that I found on Amazon. And what essentially is, it's just a USB C to C cable, right? But as you can see, it has two attachments to kind of modify it to your need. So USB A to a micro, USB C to C. I do use this for a couple of the things that I have. Next up, I have an RCA audio cable. This is for the DJ controller that I use. It's a very basic cable. It's by Insignia Best Buy, but I do plan to get a longer one. So I'm doing my research to get a better and longer one. This is just temporary. The main cable that I have right here is actually a USB-A cable for my DJ controller. So these two are really essential. Two little small cables that I have right here. This actually came with the hard drive that I'm about to show you, but it's a USB-C to C and then a USB-C to A, right, for the hard drive. This little pocket, what else do I have? I have a couple SD cards, micro, and just a regular SD card. Here is my Samsung SSD hard drive. So I use this for videos, and then I have some music on here that I use. Very compact, light. I really love this hard drive. Next up, I have my Lenovo Yoga mouse. So I did want to get something Bluetooth where I can connect it and use a mouse for the iPad Pro, since it does support that. And with the new update 13.4, it's going to make this a lot more, I should say, native to the software of the iPad. Next up, the main thing that I have here is my USB C Hub. So as you can see, there's a USB-C. It's a hub to plug multiple outputs or inputs into my iPad Pro. For people who have a MacBook Pro and iPad Pro, you're gonna need something like this. Either it's a single one or something like this, or an adapter that plugs directly into it. Some of the output inputs that I have right here is a USB-C to charge the iPad, USB-A, HDMI out, Ethernet to USB-C 3.0, SD, micro SD. To be honest, I use a lot of them, especially the Ethernet. I have yet to use it. I don't see myself using it in the future, unless I need to do some type of streaming, but like I said, we'll get into that when I cross that bridge. But I've used everyone, and I kind of fully load it, especially the USBs. I don't use the HDMI out all the time. I've used it a couple times, but I do have an Apple TV, so that's a lot more better option than having to whip this out just for an HDMI out. So, but I do see myself using this if I need to use it outside of home, where I don't have an Apple TV. As you can see, it's very small as well. It's kind of thick. There are various different types of USB-C hubs. Some of them without this cable, where it just attaches directly into the USB-C port. I did like the design of those, how minimal it was and how sleek it was. But one of the things that I did want to have is this flexibility of this cable. Because of what I'm going to be using my iPad Pro and what I have been using it, especially with the DJ controller, I wanted to have some flexibility, so when I plug this into my iPad, I can move this around kind of like an extension cord that you use at home for your outlets, where in case I'm in a new situation or a different scenario, an environment, I want to have that flexibility in case where my DJ controller is or anything else, my hard drive is connected. I wanted to have some flexibility to move it around at will, versus if I didn't have this cable and this was strictly connected to the iPad Pro, my hard drive, my DJ controller would be, stuck pretty close to the iPad, where I won't have that much room or flexibility to move it around. So that's one of the reasons I went with this one. This one's made by Hootoo. Pretty inexpensive. I believe it was around 40. I got it around $45. I'll put a link just so you can see the price of what it is now, but I believe it was around that when I got it. The last thing that I have in here is a stand by Compass. It's a really cool stand. Like I said, my plans are to go Bluetooth and wireless for my iPad Pro, hence the mouse, and I do plan to get a keyboard later on. This one gave me the ability to set my iPad display far. But one of the cool things about it is it has this mode called Compass mode, I believe, where you pull out the secondary one, and what it allows you to do is lay it more flat, so you have a better writing angle instead of being straight up. This is for desktop view, I call it, and then this is for the drawing mode. And that's mainly the reason I got it, is to have some more flexibility, because I did get the Apple Pencil and I have been drawing and sketching a lot more ever since I got the pencil and the iPad. So this has been working out pretty great for me. Versus there's some other ones that I really like that I'll put up there as a suggestion. They were pretty close to some of the other iPad stands that I had, that I was looking at. If we go back to the Lenovo mouse, it's the Lenovo Yoga mouse, and it's really cool. I like the design of how thin it is. That's one of the best things I love about it. This was very close competitor to the Microsoft Surface mouse, where it's the one where you just have to bend it and it's activated. It's really cool. I love the material of it. I love that it was the same thing, where it was pretty thin and you can fit it almost anywhere. That's one thing I did like about it. But with this Yoga mouse, I'll get into it of why I believe it's better, just because of how more versatile it is compared to the other one. So at the bottom, as you can see, we got some buttons, power button, micro to charge it. We have two different modes to connect it, Bluetooth and USB. And then this is the pairing mode, to pair it for Bluetooth. One of the cool things about it, it does support USB, so it's actually hidden. Another cool feature that I like, where it's very compact receiver, and it fits right here, and it, like I said, it hides tucked away there where you really don't notice it or even feel it at that, which is really cool. And then a little quick tutorial. You turn it on, it should blink the light right here, and then to activate it, all you have to do is do their signature twist, hence why it's called yoga. And when you twist it on, that's when it actually turns on, and you can start using it once it's if it's already been paired. And it's kind of hard to see, but on my iPad it just made my iPad turn on. As if you can see in the corner, it's right there, which is really, really cool. And then, like I said, you could just do that to get rid of it. Another really cool mode that it has is called presenter mode. So when it is flat, if you just tap the Microsoft logo right here, it switches between two different types of modes for presenter mode. It's kind of hard to see, but right there, as you can see, it has some buttons where it's play and pause, volume, skip, and previous. This literally works for if you have it connected to a device that does support anything like that, right? So like my iPad Pro, it obviously does. I'm gonna show it off screen. So I just activated some music on my iPad. It's off screen, but I'm pretty sure you can hear the music. Okay. Sorry for the song choice. I'll skip it. So we'll do St. Elmo's Fire. We'll do that. So volume down.
Then I find there is no
Play and pause.
one there, but I think
So very intuitive. This is really cool. I haven't really used this much, so it is more of a gimmick, but for professionals, business people, this could be really a good option for you if you do want a mouse that's portable, that works great with a computer, desktop, laptop, anything like that, because it does support USB. Just the versatility of going to USB to Bluetooth to be having a portable media device. And if I hit the other button, it's for more of presentations. So for slideshows of skipping, playing, going back, display. I don't really use that much of slideshows and things like that. But as you can see, this is very good for teachers or, like I said, busy professionals who do have to create PowerPoint or slideshows or anything like that. This is a great option. Like I said, it's more secondary to what the mouse actually does of being a mouse. So very, very interesting design, very interesting concept of being multifunctional. But as you can see, I do have quite a bit of accessories. They all serve their individual parts. Some of them are extra, like this USB C to C. This is also kind of an extra cable, but I do find myself using it. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff that you could put in here. Even sometimes I'll take this, which is a USB-A to Lightning adapter, and I can even put that in there, and I've used it a couple times where I need to take it with me. Very, very good option. Like I said, very compact design. I'll kind of do a little speed run of me putting everything back. So there you have it, guys. There goes my accessory bag. I hope you guys liked this video.